Right. Hello, this is me, Keith. I'm going to demonstrate how the new Freek audio vibration killers work. These are different than what we had before. These are actual silicone rubber with PETG caps. I have engineered these a specific way to work. I've had a little bit of feedback off the ones that I've distributed. So I want to show everybody how to install these. There's going to be a QR code on the package that you would go to in case you were kind of confused. So these are made for two reasons. One, to make it to vibrate or dampen vibrations, and two, it also, if you're by yourself, helps you install your amp a lot easier. So I got the screws and I got the vibration killers. Here's what you do. You take your screw, you put it in your amp. If you need to get it started, get your drill and start it. Just kind of get it started. I've had a couple people say, you know, they had trouble installing them. The hole was too small. Well, the hole's small for a reason. Now, granted, if you, I listen to feedback, so if I get a majority of people wanting something with a little bit bigger hole, I can do that. But the intention is to basically retain the screw in your amplifier in position. So when you mount your amplifier, unless you've got like an 8K amp that takes two people, in that case, you might want the other version of these that I'm going to come out with soon that are intended for larger amplifiers, like 4 foot long amplifiers. They're a little beefier. Anyway, you start them. My cameraman here is
struggling to get the shot.
Anyway, you just you don't crank it down. You just want the tip of the screw to stick out. So now you have all of them mounted on your amplifier. And then this is a makeshift sub box. Then you can set your amp here. And you don't want to get stupid cranking them down. You got one screw in, then you can line up your other one. Make sure you just balance it, get it where you want it. You don't just go crazy. You don't want to torque it down till it crushes it either. I mean, it can go a little flatter than that. See, now my hands are free. It's holding my amp up. Now I should be using a drill instead of this. So, hold on. So I had one get a little wonky, no big deal. I'll just back this screw out a little bit. Line that back up. Trying to do a real world situation here. And so you don't really, you can squish them down that far, I guess, but I wouldn't recommend it. I mean, it'll be okay, I guess. Mine aren't squished down that far on my truck. It's this drill. Anyway, you got the idea. Now, this is about right. So you got some squish in there. It gives you ample airflow around your amplifier, keeps it a little cooler, absorbs vibrations. And if you need to run wires, you can run wires under your amp to a location so they don't look like they're hanging all over the place. Anyway, this was just an instructional video on how to install these so people understand. These are very durable caps on here. Another note, the caps are adhered to the rubber just for packaging purposes. They will come loose, that's okay. Just make sure they're pressed back onto the rubber when you put them on. They're just on there. He's going to show you. They're just pressed on there. And they're held in place by this little cylinder in the center. That way...
it's tricky to do one-handed.
They stay on there. But like I said, they'll come loose. That's okay. The glue doesn't really adhere to the rubber that well. It's just to keep them in place in the package. Total only reason.
Boom.
Anyway, thank you for watching. This is going to be the video from the QR code that is going on the packages, so you know how to install them.